So, the Redmi 15C, a successor to the Redmi 14C from last year, with just a few changes here and there, which begs the question, is this really a true successor to the 14C, or it's just a repackaged 14C with a few changes? Let's find out. So, for the unboxing experience, the Redmi 15C actually comes with most basic accessories that you would expect for most entry-level devices. You get a 33-watt fast charger, you get a USB Type-C charging cable, you get a SIM ejector tool, you get a plastic silicone case that makes sense. It actually helps in protecting your device from accidental drops. So you get all the basic accessories here, which makes sense. So moving on to the external features, on the right side of the device, you're going to get the power button that doubles down as the fingerprint scanner and the volume rocker keys. Speaking of fingerprint scanner, the one on here actually works quite well. It is fast for unlocking the device. I don't actually have a problem right here. Then if you turn to the bottom of the device, you're going to get a headphone jack, a microphone, a USB Type-C charging port, and the speaker grill. On top of the device, we have nothing. If you remember last year's Redmi 14C, we had the headphone jack on top. This time around, they moved it to the bottom. Then on the left side of the device, we have a dual nano SIM card tray and a micro SD card slot. Then when you turn to the back of the device, as you can see here, the design has changed a little bit. We have a dual camera setup. It might seem as though we have just one active camera right here. Then we have a flashlight and the Redmi branding. We also have a signature Redmi 15C right here. Looks cool if you should ask me. If I want to quickly talk about the design and build quality of this device, I would say it's actually impressive. I like how it feels in the hand. It is quite solid. Though it is heavy, it is something that you would expect from a device that comes with a 6000 milliampere battery. But I actually love the design right here. I like the shift from last year's model. This brings a little bit of refreshing design to this device right here. I wasn't really a fan of that bulky ring camera design that we had on the Redmi 14C. Design, they say, is subjective. I know there are people that will prefer last year's model over this, but personally, I like this particular one. One of the things I don't like about the design right here is the fact that it comes with this U-shaped notch. We shouldn't be having this in 2025. Yeah, it is not aesthetically pleasing if you should ask me. Other than that, the design and build quality is very okay. There's nothing much to complain here. I like the fact that it comes with IP64 ratings for dust and water splash. Don't go swimming with it. Additionally, we also have Corning Gorilla Glass 3 on the screen here for extra protection. Okay, let's talk about the display. The Redmi 15 comes with a 6.9 inches IPS LCD display. This is slightly, ever so slightly bigger than last year's model, but just by a pinch. On paper, it comes with 120Hz high refresh rate. But guys, I'm going to tell you the honest truth. This does not feel in any way whatsoever feels like a device that has a 120Hz refresh rate. This to me feels like 60Hz. Generally, the display is actually very okay for watching YouTube videos, consuming media content. It is sharp and it is very okay. It's just that it is not that responsive. Okay, let's talk performance. The Redmi 15C comes with a MediaTek Helio G81 Ultra octa-core processor, which is a 12nm processor from 4 years ago. I know this is an entry-level device, but if you look at what the competition is offering at this price point, especially what Samsung just did with the A07, that device has Helio G99 processor and is way faster than this, and it's about the same price. It is paired with 4GB of RAM and 128GB of internal storage, which is okay for a mid-range device. Now, this is exactly the same spec that we had on the Redmi 14C. So when it comes to processing power, there's really no upgrade. It's basically the same thing. With all of this in mind, how is day-to-day performance? I'm going to be honest with you guys, it is sluggish. It is slow. Opening apps, switching from one social media app to another, you're going to feel how sluggish it is. And at first, I actually thought it is my device right here. I have two of them right here and they both feel the same. So it is not my unit. It is basically how this phone behaves. It is sluggish. And if I can remember vividly, the Redmi 14C from last year performed way better than what this is offering. And it has the exact same specifications. Now, if you're a gamer, I wouldn't even recommend you go for something like this because the experience is not going to be enjoyable. But that doesn't mean you can't do some basic gaming like Candy Crush, Subway Surfer if you're into that kind of games on here. After all, this is an entry-level device. Now, the sad part about this device is that for basic tasks, it doesn't quite deliver, which is kind of underwhelming. The Redmi 15C actually comes with Android 15 out of the box with HyperOS 2.0. Now, Google Gemini is part of Android 15. Most devices with Android 15 comes with Google Gemini by default. So the Redmi 15C right here has that as one of its AI features. This thing comes with a lot of bloatware, and a lot of them shows ads. And this could be one of the reasons why this phone is very sluggish. So Redmi, I would really appreciate if you guys can send a software update to fix some of its issues, because there are plenty. Another area this device is very similar to last year's model has to be the camera. It comes with a 50 megapixels main camera, and we also have an auxiliary lens right here. Then on the front side of the device, we have an 8 megapixels camera, which is a downgrade from last year's model. But from my testing, the camera actually looks okay. The selfie camera takes good pictures. It's okay for what it is, at least for a device in this price category. So I don't really have much to complain right here. But it's just that you're really going to notice that little bit of decrease in sharpness when you compare pictures coming from selfie device on last year's model and the one on this device. Images taken from the rear camera are very sharp and detailed as long as you give it more light. I don't really have much complaint right here, considering the fact that this is an entry-level device. So just go through the images and tell me what you think about them in the comment section below. Then for videos, both the front and rear camera take videos at 1080p 30 frames per second. Alright, so this is a selfie camera on the Redmi 15C, and as you can see right here, this is not bad at all. It is quite intriguing. It is not bad at all, and considering the fact that this is just an 8 megapixel selfie camera right here, it's okay. What do you guys think? The video quality is actually okay, at least for a device in this price point. Now, one of the major selling points of this device has to be the huge 6000 mAh battery this device comes with. And if you compare that to last year's model that had 5160 mAh battery, that is a huge upgrade. And boy, this thing delivers. Yeah, this thing can last you comfortably for straight 2 days. Whether you're a heavy user or a casual user, you're really not going to have any issues when it comes to battery on this device. It is that good. Then another huge upgrade that I see coming from last year's model has to be the 33 watt fast charger it comes with. Yeah. So with your 6000 mAh battery, you have a 33 watt charger to juice it up on time. On my own test, it took me 1 hour and 42 minutes to charge from 0 to 100%. For a device that has 6000 mAh battery, that is impressive. Now, if we should go back to the question I asked from the beginning of this video, is this a true successor to the Redmi 14C? I would say no, it is not. This is kinda a repackaged Redmi 14C in a new body. What Redmi basically did right here was to remove the headphone jack from the top to the bottom, added a huge 6000 mAh battery, and gave you a faster charger and call it a day. Will I recommend this? Yes, and also no. Yes, if you want a device with a very good battery life and it charges faster. And no, if you want something that performs better. If you want something that is not sluggish, because this device lacks a lot. The likes of Samsung Galaxy A07 performs way better at the same price. So that is my own review of the Redmi 15C. What do you guys think? Kindly share your own opinion with me down in the comment section. If you enjoyed watching this video, kindly give me a like for more videos like this. And thank you so much for watching, and I guess I'll talk to you in the very next one. Bye-bye.